Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sunesha and we are creating a map for city Skylines. So today we're gonna make a moat, and as you can see I've been a busy beaver between episodes and added a volcano ridge here. We're almost done with this map and my goal is to be this map should be done before December so we can start playing it in January. That is the main goal, and I think I can actually make it. I think I put around 150 hours into this map. A lot of it is experimentations that you haven't seen, just to learn how to use all the tools. So we're gonna add a moat here, as you can see. Let's go to this mode here, so we can gauge the inside of the volcano here. This will be an optional mode, so by removing this I will leave instructions when I upload it, so you can remove it here so the water can overflow and it will flow out here. And we got this perfectly round area here, as is the volcano. Everything is sloping in there. We have some build up there from old volcano things, and then all the water has collected there, and it has conveniently escaped through this crack here. It was a very lucky crack because it looks good, but it was a aesthetic choice, but because it kind of looks nice to match up features here. You can see here we match it up, so we kind of divide it at the tile line here, so that was that kind of choice. Yeah, I have to do those aesthetic choices too. I do them most of the time. Most of the reasons why things looks like they do is aesthetic choices. Sometimes I try to stay close to nature. So we're gonna add a moat here, so we have to dig it out, and to get it to travel all the way over here we have to add a slope, and this will be over a large area because we need to go around this area here and here, and we need the problem number 2. When all the water is escaping here, we need to have the similar slope, otherwise it will can happen that this side will be the dominant side and all the water flow will want to go that way if it's not even. So we need to have it fairly even to each other so it can all collect over here and go outside there. So yeah, it's easier than it sounds actually. So yeah, but I'm just explaining the problem here. So let's get ready for doing this. So what we want to do first here, I don't want to release the water right about yet. I want to have a kind of so I can work without the water overflowing everything here. So we don't want it to be deep enough in case, as this is optional mode here, I want it to be there, but you can build over it and don't use let the water fill in here and still use this area without having too much problems. But we already have a very nice side to it. We will not do it as wide as that. So let me think here. We need to divide these. It's kind of easy here. If we start with 5 units, we dig 5 units here, 6 units there, 7 units there, 8 units there, and 9 there. That will, what I'm talking about, how deep we're gonna dig the moat. So that will create a slope that will push all the water. So what did I say? Start with 5. So let's start with here. So we will take the value here. We could do this with slope tool if you're a master, but I don't think we can do this with slope tool. So a little bit middle school math here. So 195, 191 minus 5. Oh man, why can't this is embarrassing. So okay, that's always 192. So we will have 187. Is our goal, and we can use the tiles here to line it up. So if we start digging here, we will make it, how wide do we want to make it? A little bit wider than that. I think we will go with 75. 75, and the smooth edge. We could dig it down, but then we create a little bit. Yeah. So ready? Okay. It's time for, let's make it like that. I don't like full strength, and then we will dig. try to dig it around. So this will... So we will dig about to here. So let's mark this spot. And we will try to line it up with the help of screen. And of course this is not perfectly round, so it means that some of this this leads to the problem that this could be a longer line than this line on the other side. But yeah, let's worry about one problem at a time, and let's see here. So we got that area going there. So let's go slowly here. Want to make it this kind of slow so we don't make any mistakes. Try to follow the terrain features we already had. So let's see how it looks without it. It will create a visible line, but not that visible. We could probably fade, smooth those areas a bit, but then it means it will overflow. But yeah, let's go with it. So now is the easy one here. Let's just dig completely here. So we have a 187. So if we go 186. There we go. Okay, that was not completely in the middle, so we have to fill it in a bit here. So let's start digging in already. Oh, that's the wrong one. We want this one to be... Sometimes that is a little bit wonky. So let's start digging here. Out a bit so it doesn't get too wide. Let's even that out a bit. So okay, so let's take a good look without the level design. We can see the moat here. So yeah, you could probably build over it without having any problems. Let's test our theory and plop down a very big building here and see. What we are looking for is that it doesn't say, yeah, it's not too slopey. It will, if you build it like that, it will fill out, as you can see. So if a player wants to build there, it will not become a problem, and that's what we're looking for. So let's go check it at a more deeper end here. It works here too. Let's spin it around. Yes, it works. It's not too slopey. And okay, so now let's get the water in. So we have the water. We will travel down here. You probably need to build that up a bit because I think it will overflow there, and it will overflow. But let's fix that with when the water is there. It's too hard to predict, but now we have at least dig that area out. So let's get the level tool, get a smaller brush. As you can see here, it's flowing nicely. Let's see how it will travel around here. In our newly created here, it will that will be the deepest part here, so it will spread out a bit here. We can control how it spreads out a bit more here, and we can see it's kind of working already. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I already see the problem. It's actually not filling up a whole way here. We can see the evaporation is starting to... It's also the water has started to evaporate here. And yeah, so we want to fix that. And one way we can fix that, let's see how far it feels. It feels kind of up there. I think if we fix this area a little bit here, go with lower strength, and what can I do is click this area here. So we could get a little bit more water, I think, will be the solution. Also, we will dig a little bit more. Yeah, so players that is gonna do this is more for advanced players, I guess, that is used to playing with water. They will have to find the correct amount of water. So let's get some more water in. But it seems like it divides evenly here, which is a good thing. That I was not sure about that. I will narrow it down there a bit, just for looks, so it looks a little bit better. So let's see. We could widen this area a tiny bit here. Will allow a little bit wider flow. As you can see, the water is traveling a little bit longer this time, but it's still getting caught there. Is there any level troubles there? I don't think so. Let's see here. Let's make it a more... You have to remember that this is more or less the same level, so where do we put those levels? There. And there. So let's put it a little bit more upwards. Just like at road length longer. So we have gotten a little bit more. I can see from the distance here that we have some overflow around here. Which means that water is not going to where it's supposed to do. So let's use level tool here, and let's try to make that reach a little bit more. That will mean some more water will go there. Okay, so we're almost done. But the thing is, what you kind of want to do in a situation like this is actually to add a small water source, and add it to here. So it's so let's do that and let this go for a while. It didn't help much, so what we could do is add another water source here and make it the lowest possible length. For what it will do now, as the higher parts will be sucked in here, so hopefully it will suck the water all the way. So let's just work for a while. Okay, cool. So now we have the problem with this area. It's not, the water is not getting out. The reason for this is quite simple. We need to have that at a lower level than we have here. So let's just dig this out a bit more. And it will start flowing out as it goes around. So now we got to overflow here, and it seems like while I was working on this has started to fill out. Let's see if we remove that, if this is enough water. So the problem is when you're filling this whole area here, the water will be traveling in this area, but not at a very large speed, as I want. You made the level differences so small it will not make a problem, but I think by adding the outlet here, it will it will help. So let me pause for a while, and I will just make this level difference a little bit greater. So around here. So I think we could add another units here, a little bit more like this. Let's see how it works here. And it also will, one of the reasons why you want a water source like this is that you can control the level, so it will never, the level will be never higher than this here, which will not make it overflow too much. So let's once again take a look in high speed here, and then we can see if it settles. We are almost here. I think by adding one here, it will make the last ones. And then let's try to get it like around here. It will not cover the whole area. As you can see, the slope is not covering the whole area. That means that all the water will be sucked in here, I think. Hopefully. We can't see the lines because it's too much. Okay, so let's work. Let's make it work for it. Is it on its own for a while? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that worked excellently. I'm just gonna pause a bit here, and I will try to make these all things happen, but I think by controlling the water leveling, that is the best way to control the water, especially when you have to control it. So, but I really wanted to work on its own, so it's an easy solution for someone. The one way I could make it work as I wanted to is to actually dig it deeper, and I don't want to dig it deeper because that will create problems in case people just want to build this over. So yeah, it's not the perfect solution. So I'm just trying. Let's see what happens. Let's experiment here. It will take a while for the water to simulate. So let's see here. Pause again and high speed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was 3 minutes. It took it a while for itself, but it still is not enough water. So if I lower this part here, I could get some more water in. I can see also there is a narrow part here, which I could remove by leveling in here a bit. Not more water in, and which will raise the level. I think we have no problems to raise the level a bit here. So let's see. Let's just see so we don't create any problems there. We could... And let's just work with that a bit. Let's try to dig a little bit deeper. We have release a unit more water, so we have the unit 338 here. So if we go to 336, let's get in 2 units more water in here. And let's see how that turns out. Hopefully the flow will be so fast so it doesn't get caught up and overflows. That's the problem when you make a very very gentle slope like I've done here. So let's see if these 2 units makes the difference we want. Really doesn't make a difference. Let's get even more water in here. So what are we at now? 346, so let's go to 300. Let's go crazy. The thing is with the water simulation, you have to be very patient because of you have to always wait for the water simulations to be done here. So this will release even more. Let's see here. Let's get around this area a bit here. So that's another 2 units. So let's see if these make a difference. We definitely have some overflow going here that we can fix. So let's do that. Well, we're getting there. I just think we actually need just a lot of more water to get where we want to. So yeah, let's add 4 units of water. So let's find out the value there. 3, so we want 329. Let's see what happens. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting there. Just see some overflow. So if we can direct the flow where we want to, I think we will have finally enough water. So yes, finally getting there. I'm very happy. Oh, I love working with the water features. That is actually my favorite landscaping thing in this game, just to create these things. Just because it's challenging. You have to find what's we have overflow there. So let's see there and there. Let's add to that slope. It's not very pretty, but we can prettify it up here. Let's see, like this. So we can direct all that water where we want it. Yes, yes. Go water, go water. Okay, so it's kind of overflowing there too. So let's extend that. We want to direct all the water where we want it to, so we have some overflow here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have done it here. We have a moat here where we can use the natural water resources we have without using anything else. The only thing I spot with my eagle eye is that thing over there. That thing doesn't show up here, but it's happening there. So let's see if we can fix that. So where is this overflowing? It's overflowing in there. So it's kind of interesting that you can see some of the changes. Let's see. Let's try to level this a bit. A little bit less strength. Thank you. And so we still have some overflow. It's interesting that we can see it from here. So where was it? It's going up the side here. So if we increase that thing here. It should be better. Let's see. Not should have been like this. Isn't this mysterious with all the fog, and we have our moat here, so we are finally done with videos. So it worked with a lot of preparation and work here, but I've showed you everything. I will probably use it on my own map. The reason why I wanted to keep it optional is because not everyone will like it. I don't think everyone wants to have a river right beside this, so we can just build it up here, and we will make it easy for people here. So I will make a divider thing here. Build it up. And there we have the value. 330 for making it work. So let's just add, so people just can grab the value here. I will add, let's make it so they can just work with that value there. That way they can just add the right amount of water for overflowing this map here. So let's just end the episode by watching all the water disappear. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was everything for this episode. That took some, well, quite a while. I think it took me around 8 minutes before all water has traveled through this system. And we still have the good part of watching is, the problem is it takes 8 minutes, but you kind of can see where you have a problem with water flow. And I think if I would make this part a little bit deeper, it will actually speed up the process, because it will probably... You get caught here and here, yeah, but I think it's good enough. It's good enough. It's the hardest part of making a map like this is when do I stop to add things or customize things? When do I stop? That's the hardest part for me. I just have to say, okay, we are finished with this moat feature, so let's end the episode with that. And as always, thank you for watching.